You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome to the first edition of the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, where they stream on Facebook, YouTube, and also on our website, where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Where they bring this edition of the Breakfast Show come to you this Monday morning. Mina Khadija Bangura.
And Mina Mabel Kaba, good morning. Today is Monday, the 8th day of September 2025, and I think I go safely say it will be the beginning of the 2025-2026 academic school year. And inside this edition of the Breakfast Show this morning, they can go on an extensive coverage regarding the opening of school. If you don't follow the news, the Ministry of Education and that of the Sierra Leone Teachers Union done the back and forth as to whether school for the open today for the 2025-2026 academic year. While the ministry they say they don't make negotiations with SLTU for ensure say the teachers then go back na school and let the picking themselves meet and they wait and they reopen schools today. The SLTU believe say they want demands them wait and they ask let the government look into before the schools then go reopen and then self go there. We make today where they can look extensively where they get a nationwide coverage as to waiting they happen at the different schools. Them you go hear it from the Sierra Leone Teachers Union waiting at their own position as of today when at the day where the picking them for go back na school. Now that's what they discussed this morning at the Breakfast Show.
All right, for a government we say them prioritize education and free quality education, they part of the top priority. For the first term inside long term, we see USAI all over the country, the teachers them don't begin then strike action today. What in this mean for the bio-led administration and flagship program on the free quality education? And waiting the teacher and they ask for na demands, so then they make say they want backlog of their salaries where they're not able to get it, and self subsidies where government's been promised say then go they give to schools them, and some of them company teacher they were not able to dinner payroll. All of this the teachers then they make them demands. So don't they since last week the vice president when a Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo be don't intervene and assure them say governments go try for pay all them backlog here, and the teacher then say they know they go back na the classroom them until the money reflects na their account them. We mean say starting from today, where school supposed for open, no teacher not in a classroom as then they on a sit down strike. We can go all over the country as we get standby reporter then they now for give we updates about waiting they happen. But before we go and talk to the reporter they all over the country for give we update if this strike action really all over the country or if not free turn no more the teacher then sit down. We get now with studio one party teachers them we belong to the Sierra Leone Teachers Union and serve in the Secretary General for the Conference of Principals. A name na Amos Musa Kai. Good morning, Mr. Kai.
Good morning, maybe. Good morning, Khadija.
All right. Well, this na the representative from the teacher them and also na Secretary General from the Conference of Principals. As we all know, the teachers them all over the country they on strike now for the first time inside a very long time. We no say teachers in strike. But before we can to Mr. Kai for can tell we waiting na some of the demands them and how they reach here amidst all the negotiation them waiting on the old with government. But it's like say the negotiation not be able for
Hello? 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 Yes, Augustine, we're calling on for link here. All right. Yes, Sandy.
All right, welcome back. Apologies. We get back outside the studio. We continue the breakfast show as to tell you now they can go all over the country as we get standby reporter there now for tell we how the situation turn like now the various parts of the country. As we all know, today, when on Monday, September 8th, the teacher they don't begin a sit-down strike because of one, the condition of service and the demand for, and also the salary, then backlog salary, then say government's not able to pay the it. Well, on the phone, we get colleague, journalist, Augustine Tamba Thomas, a reporter for SLBC Radio Kailahun. Good morning, Augustine.
Yes, good morning. Good morning to the people of Sierra Leone.
All right, as we all know, the teachers then don't issue out notice inside last week, say effective today, then they go on a nationwide strike, which means say school they open but no teacher no go in a classroom because of the condition of service and serve a backlog where they say government supposed forgive them. Then company teacher they will not in a payroll and they demand say them for reinstate them into the payroll. Now Kailahun Usa you dey presently. Tell we what's in the situation with the schools reopening.
Yes, exactly as you said, today for the officially now the date for opening the system now salon or courts across the country. But inside Kailahun today, I don't get on to the stakeholders, most especially in the area of teachers, where they demand the affairs of teachers, talking about the SLTU, talking about the CPSS and the NACOTS. I don't get on to them. I also move now some of the major schools within the township of Kailahun, and they reply or respond what I get from them from they are so that then stand by their word and then they work in line with whatever agreements we then get national, and that no teacher, not for going to school. No school not for open until the government meets the demand, we now like the payment of subsidies and also the reinstatement of then teachers we then be referred to them as ghost teachers, where some of them they effectively teach in other schools day. And to the point that also the CPSS PRO for Kailahun districts also tell me that even the admission way they belong to do now then school system for JSS one picking them say they don't stop them effectively today, that anybody then find a school when a teacher they do anything way it go contrary to the agreement, then get a fine way that they level against that person day. So today where if it don't be a day for medical report schools, Kailahun teachers them stand by the word according to them, say they're not going to open any school, no teacher not going to school until they meet the government meets them demand.
So Augustine, in as much as you don't confirm say na Kailahun the teacher them stick by their demands and then say they not they go until governments see to the waiting them when they call for. Normally where schools can reopen, we know say excitement can day among the new picking the way they go school for the first time perhaps, or continuing students them, and also the parents them making don't go spend a lot of money for buy school materials for them picking them for go back na school. From where they don't clean today to now where we they talk to you. You see any school picking around the area also you there?
Well, not exactly, but the concerns that begin to come now. We look at radio station stem within the Kailahun township. In fact, a lot of questions have begin to come on if they will go school. Some parents assure them picking and say let them go school. But, only that the unfortunate situation this morning, they rain heavily, but I don't see no picky yet. We don't take a move, go now some of the major schools, as I tell you, for go see how the school turn like, but none we not meet any teacher, and we don't see school picky yet they move because then self this information be done the meet and say teacher in the strike and no go in at school. Even though they get the excitement for go school, more like the one who don't go JSS1, the one who don't go now some of the new class systems. So, but as I talk to you now, no new PK8, not to go to school.
All right. Okay, Tamba, many thanks where you join with this morning. Well, that's our colleague journalist from Kailahun district, where na Augustine Tamba Thomas, they work for SLBC Kailahun radio as they give you updates on what's in the happen na that part of the country regarding school opening. It just confirm say teachers them na Kailahun at all not show up for going to school, and also you not see any school picking yet in that part of the country where school for reopen today way they ready for go back.
All right, we continue with the breakfast show. As we tell una this morning, we give una an extensive coverage of how the school reopening Tanlek as teacher them they on a nationwide strike. We just come on a Kailahun, where they can on a Kenema, also they can talk to we other colleague journalists where they on standby for give we how the situation Tanlek na Kenema. As another reform we reporter na Kailahun, it confirms say yes, no school no they go on na Kailahun as of now, no school picking no day na street, and all the schools them still they on standstill as the teacher them stick to the word still and they on a nationwide strike. Well, they go now na Kenema, we get with colleague day when a Munia Bawo, they work for radio 90.1 FM na Kenema. Good morning, Munia, and welcome to the Liberty Breakfast Show.
Yes, good morning, my sister. Good morning, and same also good morning to all viewers of Liberty TV Africa. I'm glad you for joining on this morning's the program.
All right, as we all know, teachers them don't issue out a press release last week informing government and stakeholders say effective today when on September 8th, where school supposed for open for 2025-2026 academic year. They make them demands them. One among the demands them na that they want them backlog salary where governments not pay the it, and teachers then supposed for the on a nationwide strike. Tell we waiting at the situation this morning with schools na Kenema.
Okay, thank you very much for that wonderful question. Indeed, Fumble, one of the listeners and some also viewers, the question we the sister don't ask is very, very true. That all of us at the country teachers are on strike. And as I talk to una, so same also na Kenema, except private schools. Because I just talked to one party proprietor who said me picking the attend a private school, that if school day, he say yes. But I don't talk to the chairperson for the Council of Principals, Senior Secondary School, CPSS, before ever I get a call for confirm from if same also school level open. So no. I say no schools, no open. In fact, they are going to observe the strike call from the SLTUs since this week, because we don't see outside governments don't they pull a lot of statements say they don't pay subsidy, this, that. But the chairman for CPSS at this part of the country, I've spoken with him few minutes ago before ever they get a call from Muna. A confirmer to me say it might be a camouflage. But today, Monday, they are going to check in their various bank accounts for let us see if ever waiting government we don't say they don't pay subsidy, if not true. But they also tell me say the issue not only subsidies, there are other several issues to address. And this part of the country we see yesterday in Kenema, we say over 400 teachers. The resident minister is when a honorable Jusu Jakago be able to kick out Choki, it been therefore engage teachers now in O's with the idea that at least go able for talk to them, they don't go back now the classroom for go teach the picking them. But that meeting they be end fruitlessly because the teachers are not able for at least listen to the concern of the resident minister. It's only the government also don't refuse for listening to the concern. So the strike remain constant na Kenema. No schools, government schools, and same also government assisted schools, no they operate as today school don't really officially reopen according to plan, but school not on at all.
You be able for talk to any Kombra way perhaps be don't they look forward for let them pick in and go back na school this Monday morning for getting a response as to how it feels like first day of school na the academic year, then picking and able for appear na school.
Well, I try for do that, but I talk to you now. The heavy downpour of rain at Kenema, really easy. That make self unable for go on the street. But also they very strategic. If every school they on, I didn't know. But I don't talk to the chairman of the Council of Principals of Senior Secondary School and CPSS and same also NACOT. They don't tell me say no way school no they go on. I don't even try for call the deputy director of secondary school or for Minister of Basic Secondary School Education, deputy director unable for reach on them in front of the deputy director of Teaching Service Commission at this part of the country. Same also I don't try for reach on them. But last night, before ever, because we don't plan say indeed I have to engage him before ever this interview they come. I talk with him and say definitely the neighbor for reach out to any conclusion so that this particular school will open today. But the side of the parents, I have not been able for make her engage any parents because of the rain na Kenema.
All right. Many thanks for you joining me this morning, Moyamba, for that particular update that we give you from Kenema. Thank you for you joining me this morning at the program.
Indeed, thank you so much. It's a pleasure being part of this program.
Alright, that's na Moyamba where they na Kenema. I don't give you updates. Say yes, Kenema self, the teachers then they on strike. We don't come up Kailahun. Or they can now na Bo for no waiting at the situation this morning. Na Bo as teachers them say then they on a nationwide strike because of subsidies and self other condition of service, especially for them colleague teachers them with the ones that them put na the payroll. Well, on the phone now we get we colleague journalist from Bo, where they work for Bo, where they work for Kiss FM na Bo, in a Francis Michael Sandy, and also in a the Sludge Deputy Secretary General for South. Good morning, Francis, and welcome to the Liberty Breakfast Show.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Teachers them suppose for day on a nationwide strike. We don't talk to our colleagues them na Kailahun. We confirm say yes, Kailahun teacher then they on a sit down strike. We don't kind of Kenema and now they with you na Bo. Tell we waiting at the situation with schools this morning na Bo as na today school and supposed for open for 2025 and 2026 academic year. Waiting they happen na Bo this morning, Francis.
Yeah. But from this morning, we not see no school picking them on the line because most of the school picking them don't get in now. School no the teachers and they on strike. So no, except the private schools then they no more the good school, but the government school no good school because of they say subsidy, the ends of teachers they say the name they not come up the payroll. They say some good teachers they don't they see the money that they run. Why the one they work they not forget it their own salary. So that's why they say they're not open until the government settle all them problems there.
So what about the combined school picking them? You see any of them this morning because we they expected them for go back to school according to waiting the ministry then they say?
Yes, I see some then on the way when they come to office, but some then they go back, then they go to the schools they lock. So the Cumbras they don't really feel fine, and Boku people they don't they are back from all this week here for bye for the picking them for let them go school. But only today now teachers they say they know they teach. The government said to them problems there.
Now, Fritongi, apart from the official statements where we see come out from the ministry, we don't try forget them really for talk to them as to waiting they happen, but we're not able to forget them. Now, Bo, any official government person don't address the teacher them now that part of the country regarding the demands where they make?
We said that so when you go to any of them, they say pass to go to the DD, and the DD now I have to forget because we DD we get here, they just don't transfer. Then the deputy back they don't transfer a bond. So the new one we don't come, we not still get acted yet because I don't feel say don't even resume it or it don't come.
All right. We will call you later in the day for let we know if anything changed from what you don't present this morning that the teachers them no go na schools them na Bo. Thank you for you joining with this morning, Sandy.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, from Bo, we can now na Moyamba. Usai, we can talk to Albert Ndolenji, where they work for Heart FM for Moyamba. Follow we know waiting they happen at Moyamba this morning. In case you just tune in, this is the Liberty Breakfast Show. They give a nationwide coverage this morning. for know wetin dey happen with the teachers them where they on a nationwide strike. We start na Kailahun where we don't get confirmation say the teacher they not in a school and the school picking themselves not go to school this morning. They go now na Moyamba as we they talk to with colleague where they work for Heart FM na Moyamba where na Albert Ndoleji. Good morning, Albert, and welcome to the breakfast show.
Yeah, good morning, good morning, good morning.
All right, teachers they issue out a notice last week say effective today, wey na Monday September 8th, where school supposed for open for 2025-2026 academic year. Then they go on a nationwide strike because of the subsidies wey they not able to get and other demands that they make to the government. This morning na Moyamba, give we this current situation with schools na Moyamba this morning.
This morning, of course, Moyamba, we grapple train, but even though the rain don't cease, and are able to go around the township and see whether the strike action hold water. And in actual fact, no school no open at Moyamba, and of course, I know see non-teacher only I come across one or two picking them where to go for interviews. Now, one of the boys' schools them na Moyamba when I said Michael's, but in actual fact, even the Hartford school they get locked. Almost all the schools in Moyamba may not see any semblance of school in open one. All the gates then closed and no action, no school, no in operations.
Any government official na Moyamba the teachers them demands them what they make regarding them returning to school today? Anybody talk to them?
Well, we be fortunate they forget the SLTU chairman when Mr. Patrick Betua be there on radio on Saturday where he explain the points that we make that they go on strike. And it be unfortunate the new deputy director of the Ministry of Basic and Senior Education, they newly transfer him, so he be just come take over and he go back to Freetown. So in actual fact, we're not able to any government side for talk on the issue. But the SLTU, the CPSS, they make a very loud pronouncement that if government attend to them, even on a Sunday, they will call back the teachers there for going to school. But up to this morning, we not get no notice on that, and the schools they're all closed inside Moyamba town.
You able to talk to any Combra for get feedback as to the money where they don't spend and now they notice say first day of school picking and not going to school at all?
Yes, I talked to some few parents. Them one, Mr. Banja, we a parent because he get picking them at different schools. He say not happy, but he say they talk to the government, let them speed up. He said because the concerns them with teachers they raise, it's genuine, especially the heads of schools, the area of subsidy. He said because without subsidy, the schools they not go run, and even now they get backlog, they get debt then to people to service providers, and where they don't take, where they even they pressure them. So Mr. Vanja, when a concerned teacher, I say, well, the government for speed up, so at least then go address the issue within the shortest possible time. I say because they don't spend, especially the one them way that's picking their way, just don't go for interview. So all the fabulous money they don't spend, and now school for open, then they will get the opportunity for going to school. So you encourage incomplete parents, they let them show understanding, and say the government no more now for do something for make themselves go feel say things are okay.
All right, many thanks for you join with this morning for giving updates. That's now Albert Dolenje. He give updates from Moyamba district and the manager for Heart FM as they give updates regarding the schools. Thank you where you join with this morning at the program.
Thank you so much.
All right, from Moyamba, they can now on mile 91 for no waiting they happen on mile 91 this morning as we get with colleague Wena Tamba Stephen Komba. They work for the Central University Television na mile 91. Good morning and welcome to the Liberty Breakfast Show.
Good morning, Khadija. Good morning to listeners of Liberty TV Online.
All right, we don't talk to we other colleague them from the different districts and this morning for no waiting at the status of the strike action we suppose for start today September 8th and now today effectively the school year for 2025 and 2026 for start, but unfortunately teachers then they on a nationwide strike. Tell we waiting at the situation na mile 91 this morning.
Generally, Manentuan very peaceful. The atmosphere very conducive. People there about the normal business. It just happens say the school reopening where we all been anticipate for no seem forthcoming. Because I don't move around now several secondary schools then. You know, they see no semblance of school picking, nor any teacher at their school standing.
You able to see any camera of school picking where they about for go down at school this morning? As we all can know, first day of school, the picking then can become very excited, especially the one that we can just don't promote for go secondary school.
Yeah, like from the neighborhood, some picking them don't really feel excited for going to school this morning, but to no avail. I visit several, just like we say, I don't go to several secondary schools then. Either the doors are closed or you not go see no teachers or students around at all. And through online conversation yesterday night, me and one of the head of SLTU chairman at this part of the country, David Salu Kuruma, confirmed to me say indoor instruct all heads of schools at this part of the country or under in jurisdiction, made them fully enforce the directive that they don't get from the Sierra Leone Teachers Union, so made them not open schools them. So in the ensure say a monitor all activities across the schools and under in jurisdiction make schools not open today at all until the demands then be met by governments.
All right, many thanks. So you give it the update say for my line 2 this morning. We'll continue for follow up with you. Let we see by midday if then teachers they also go pull a statement or if then go agree for resume schools by tomorrow. Many thanks. So you talk to me this morning.
Thank you very much.
All right.
All right, we will continue with the breakfast show and we'll get more updates from our colleague journalists from the regions. Before we go for can look at what they happen at Free Tongue and Self Talk to with studio guests. Let me just quickly go now Mabroka as we get with colleague journalist Suleiman on the line. Good morning, Suleiman, and welcome to the breakfast show.
Yeah, good morning, Mabel.
We know say schools them supposed for open today back according to waiting the Ministry of Education we don't say, but the SLTU we don't ask them teachers them not for going to school until then demands them be met. Waiting they happen at Mobroka this morning regarding the reopening of schools.
All right, as this particular issue don't they carry on since last week where we see a press release where the teaching service commission also where they get involved with some teachers that will be withheld their salary, and later on we see a press release where the teachers them say they're not going to go open the school them all about the country in relations to waiting them demand and waiting they ask for make them we will give them before school open, then we will give them. So like this morning we get the chairman for SLTU Namabuka we say na Tonkolele district in the head, and we see plenty in them where they talk about now the media say still sit to the particular stance where them say the strike will continue and they not will open schools for the reasons them where they don't put say government not see to them at all. And then the one them where they mention and talk about say then therefore see to some of the things them like the subsidies and the estate of the teachers them where they don't seize them pin code, and it mentions say most of the teachers will be don't do the re-verification up till now. Some of them not get their money they yet, and all this one then put in catalog say they still stand to that and school not reopen. As it stands now, Tonkolele district, most especially Mabuka town to be specific, no school not they carry on, and we see even the street empty. Before this time, when school open, we see Ukaras them they ride Kebu school picking in our school, and most especially the one them we promote now the GSS one where they see then get the exciting, then get the happiness for who see a new environment after we be done at the primary sector, and the other one they will promote to other classes them, then get the gladness for who meet new friends them and create new friends them. So this all don't they happen, we not they see nothing but school business they carry on, and as it stands, the picking themselves where they see some of them attempt for Kana school when a small picking them na one primary school when free gospel then self don't return at them host because no teacher not there around for take care of them, and this don't be a serious threat to the academic care where we say it therefore affect the picking them. And if you continue this way, the syllabus, the one that we get for C2S, and also the one that's able to teach the internal exams, it will affect them.
All right, Suleiman, many thanks for that update today. We go call you later in the day for know if anything changed na Mabroka regarding schools reopening. Thank you for you joining me this morning, Suleiman Toure.
Thank you for talking to me.
All right, that's now we colleague journalist Suleiman Toure be the give updates from Mabroka regarding the reopening of school. And like Unayeri from the schools are not reopening at all. Small picking away being go turn back because teachers them not in at the school. We they continue for going more updates regarding this particular issue where we they look at this morning when at the reopening of schools.
All right, as we still get Amos Musa Kai, where they represent the SLTU, and also in the Secretary General for the Conference of Principals. You can tell we how they reach to this particular decision for let they ask all the teachers them all over the country as Unado from Kailahun, Kenema, Bo, Moyamba, My 91, and Sef Maboka. Well, they can talk to Mr. Kai for let it tell we how they reach there. But quickly before we come to Mr. Kai, where they with win at the studio, let's just talk to we colleague from Kono Matia, where now we Kono correspondent. Let it tell we waiting at the situation with the schools reopening this morning na Kono as we don't come out from different districts them. We're gonna Kono quickly they will come na studio and talk to the representative from the teachers then this morning. Good morning, Matia, and welcome again to the breakfast show.
Good morning, Khadija. Good morning, Liberty TV, and good morning to Sierra Leoneans.
All right, we don't talk to we colleague them from different parts them na the country this morning. We don't confirm the situation with schools reopening as we've been getting notice from last week from the Sierra Leone Teachers Union say effective today then they go on a nationwide strike. Tell we waiting at the situation at Kono this morning. School open at Kono?
Yeah, so this morning time before I get this interview with you, I work on part of Kwedu municipality and see how things go, whether Kumbrada and schools actually able to comply with this press release where the SLTU don't publish to Sierra Leoneans them. I must state that the only private schools them then reopen this morning. 10 private schools that say picking and dress is a uniform they go school na private school them. But government and government assisted school as the women for where I go I cannot see semblance on schools where I go then still remain closed. Schools where I go they're not cleaning exercise no take place 8 for so then readiness say they say yes indeed we're not ready for welcome picking them back for the 2025-2026 academic year. Also, all the schools that were visited this month, they're all closed. No cleaning, not take place there. And walking on the street of Kwedu, I always see private schools them where they where picking and they attend private schools and I see inside uniform and but government and government assisted, I don't see nothing like that.
All right, how about the comrade? You fortunate for talk to any comrade this morning for know how exactly they feel after over a month. Then picking and don't they now also on holidays. They don't prepare the picking and now for start school today. Unfortunately, teachers they're not in a school.
Yeah, so this don't create mixed feelings now the heart and the mind of comrade them because school don't reopen for the 2025-2026 academic year. Some of the comrade who they interface with they say government really need to explain why school for open, why government need for pay second, third term and first term school fees subsidy, what government will pay them on them day. Because when they talk about accountability, they only they talk about the money business. For say, but even way if you don't tell somebody say you have to do this, you know for meet up your target, you have to come back and talk to the people that say or the person say now because of ABC for meet up this target has already been set. So a lot of mixed feeling the way I talk to Kumbrada. Why is it that private school don't for go school this mountain, government and government assisted schools they remain closed. So Kumbrada not actually happy about this, and to them then they say and say government really need for come through the ministry for come talk to the people them. Why is it that government don't for pay second and third term and first term school fee subsidy? And some of the private schools that says I visit this month as they get from the background. If you see they're not paying beginning in thousands, the classroom they're all some classroom where I see na tile 90 day. with the private school where I visit this mountain. So basically, Kumbrada get mixed feeling and express the government actually need to come up with a statement. Why for pay their subsidy aid? Why teaching what are learning materials and they're not available in their schools? Because if teachers or school heads and decide for reopening schools them, teaching and learning materials they're not available. Some of the headmasters and they were talk to some principals they were talk to them talk say we don't trust it, we don't guess. So inside the tradition we don't go trust. We hoping that government will send them subsidies and they every now and then people then will trust for the money then they. So these are all the problems that we do on ground. We talk to Kumbrada, even some school as and CSF na Kwadu City. So these are the responses where they be able to tell me.
All right, many thanks, Matia, for that update. Say from Kono, we go follow up with you during the day for see if teacher them don't resume or they don't call off the strike action. Many thanks for you talk to me this morning.
All right, thank you very much, Khadija.
All right, from Kailahun, Kenema, Bo, Moyamba, Mile 91, Maboka, Kono, we still get more for Guna as we get colleagues that we on the standby. But quickly, let we just come to Amos Musa Kai, where they represent the Sierra Leone Teachers Union, where we issue out a statement last week say today effective, then they go on a nationwide strike. Well, from what you do from then districts there, we don't talk. It clearly shows say the strike action really all water and teachers them comply with the notice we come out from the parents' body where they look after all the teachers them. Amos, it don't say where Sierra Leone and the say teachers then lay down them tools, then they on the strike action. After several years passed today again. And as a parent myself, it kind of disappointing say, how na reach here?
Thank you so much. Of course, me and Amos Musa Kai, the National Secretary General, National Conference of Principals of Secondary Schools, Sierra Leone. This will don't move a long way. Just last year, 25th November 2024, now we'll be done the SLTU for made them put out notice on account of voting that happen currently. Because we don't realize after the 2023 elections, all voting government been they do previously, from the time where they introduced the free quality school education in 2018, we don't begin realize government merely be don't they renege any responsibility for providing services and they to we school leaders them. We don't they get boku issues where we company don't they raise at district level. So what we self do at the national executive conference level, we now ask them district representatives and all for make them do what we call consultations. Then make them go put on paper, then the resolutions then they from every district in this country. Then forward then resolutions then they to we at the national executive level, who say we compile then resolutions then they, and on the 28th of August, now I take a whole delegation. We can do the presentation to Sierra Leone Teachers Union, where now the parents' body, where actually they negotiate terms and conditions of service for who the teachers them. So the outcome of that one they will do for the for my government go no say that the kind thing this way they affect we the school system now it don't lead to what we the city there.
You said thing the way they affect one the school system. Most popular among them where people on the report now the school subsidy. You take we now give we details of the thing them when una demand them where according to you it don't say we una don't they ask for them here. What's in then demands here?
One of course like how you don't establish government not able to pay the second and third term school fee subsidy for 2024-2025 academic year. And today the 8th September we just will be open for the 2025-2026 academic year. Apart from that one day, you will realize of recent government we don't suspend very close to 4,662 teachers them from payroll. Many of them teachers and then people then still within at the classroom where they provide services. As recent as last month, August salary, government we not able to reinstate 1,802 like how we agree. But even as that one day, just 2 days back now we again at Kenema say a good number of we company teachers them they merely want for take to the street. But then we able to talk to them, then rather now go meet the resident minister, then put the case across to them. But up to now we know able to get nothing, no head with it. Apart from that one day, the government of this country we don't introduce what we call new curriculum Up to this moment, we don't prepare them picking day from SS1, SS2, then just day about for take the 2026 WAS. We don't get any clarity on whether the PK for be actually assessed on this new curriculum or the old curriculum where WAEC we don't ever develop when we they use initially. We don't get any clarity on that. Now again, them same PK away for seat WAS next year, so a lot of complexities in there around them Becker checks them. They say their names and they don't duplicate. We don't tell them, say, if this is not the case, do ya una give them IT focal persons and the district them for let them go back and recheck them names they will duplicate, because we know say them Pekia na Sierra Leone picking them will legitimate for the part of the 2026 was. Up to this moment, we know we no headway it. You go also realize that this country teacher work now the only work where they promote you without corresponding impact in your earning. Then they promote you with paper, then give you, but they know they ever reassess you. We get a lot of them cases and they don't promote some power company them to senior teacher, head of department, vice principal, and principals as the case may be. But up to this moment, we don't pass BNTSC, we don't pass BN government for make them regularize them people had their status. Up to this moment, nothing like a down there, no ever happen it. So now few parties in this, even the PBF with the top of performance-based financing, where government don't give them primary schools them. It's not the forthcoming. Then schools themselves wait for benefit from school feeding program. In the system, even that one themselves now a whole problem. Teaching learning materials, provision, they. It just sounds like when you don't send person say go boss for me, you don't get a call last. How you expect that man for go for you?
For government, a flagship program. We know say when the bill-led administration come in 2018, this now be a whole flagship program where they use internationally say now one of the success stories them of the bill administration. You as person where they na the classroom, how you go describe this priority of government? Compare them to them putting expected resources and the materials that we una need from that of the world no more than a free quality education.
To start with, I honestly want to tell President Bill thank you for where it come with the free quality school education in this country as a strategy for human capital development. From 2018, the scheme be done go on fine one. But it sounds like after 2023, we don't vote in the same government. Now we begin getting touch with them. Nearly like say now they want to give them back to this kind of project. And we school leaders don't come out plain for tell them if this kind of thing don't become a burden now, do you make we revert back to the parents them? Make them instead begin pay for them picking them. Because we don't be ever feel say now for come get that burden there as school leaders. Not to that have been the promise. But now that after 2023 elections, we will begin the final say, then say now a major burden on school leaders for make you even administer the schools them. Because now schools them will get teachers and when are non-pin coded. We get other category of workers them we know they on government payroll. Now only then half money our government can give where will they sustain them. Now it don't come reach them where government not even they give in time. Either if then they give late, that you go don't go hold so many debts where they attract a lot of interest. So in fact, by the time the money they actually come now, the face value of that money they don't even they reduce. So merely they say instead of that one day that kind scheme way for don't come and really project education in this country, rather would they say now a burden on we where they administer the school system.
Amos, you say government not able for pay the backlog of subsidy for the second and third term. But a press release we come out yesterday from the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, who they show now so now the screen, and I go read for the benefit of we viewers them. The third paragraph they say, as agreed during emergency meeting convened by the Vice President on 4th September 2025, the following steps are already being implemented. Payment of outstanding subsidies. As of 5th September, the government has transferred last year's second and third term subsidies amounting to over 82 billion to commercial banks and shared the receipt with the SLTU. Government, they say they don't pay as of the 5th September and they don't give na the receipt and the money are they na the commercial banks them. If government say they don't pay, why would not go on with the strike today?
I can tell you, this nothing where we don't depend from time back and forth. Minister they come today, he say they don't pay. Oh, go na bank, nothing not they did. The bank they tell we say no, they don't receive any subsidy for any school in this country. Who say don't tire? Now that make we don't tell the minister say if indeed this money I don't pay, if we reflect na the various schools accounts in this country. So when I give you on to this week, make we actually go and confirm with various banks them who they operate with. For me, they confirm to we say the money are not there. And in fact, one big thing I also want for say that 82 billion where government say they don't pay, not only for pay. Instead, we don't they say now 110 billion. Now it actually go need for cover for both second and third terms fee subsidy. Now that they don't talk about 82 billion, now a whole crisis in itself. One, either they go down reduce again the rate at which then they pay them schools them, or they go down left a lot of other schools them where they don't pay for. Can you imagine? Even there we don't already then at the list say they for pay for. But because government no ever pay the 110 billion where they for pay for, instead then they say 82 billion. That's a whole worrisome thing to we school leaders. In the sense that either they go down omit some schools that they don't pay for at all, or the one they say for they don't pay for, they don't reduce them.
So if government not pay all this money, we're not they go na classroom.
No, we as far as we concerned, of course we don't come out from the CPSS wing. We don't pay rent body in our SLTU. Now make we don't can't cry for them. We don't can put forward with resolutions into SLTU for the attention of government. If SLTU fee say what they don't do, what government don't do enough for me to go back in a class, we go back and consult with membership. Whatever they tell we, now we'll come back and tell them.
But this 82 billion, over 82 billion, where government sitting on accounts them, if it reflects inside this week, on the call of the strike action.
That one day again is subject to consultation. We will go back and consult with wider membership for let them actually tell we this now the kind of thing will happen. And in that process, we also go there for able to compile what thing go don't happen, what thing are the anomalies will go don't happen along that line. Like what I say, the 82 billion not to even for pay force, meaning they don't either reduce the money with them for pay per school, or they don't left out a lot of other schools them. We will do a compilation of the issues and they all and come with her again for the attention of government to SLTU.
Alright, continue for the weeks at the studio, Amos. We will come back to you as they go back for get another rounds of updates. But now with the kind of free tongue for no waiting na the situation, especially where you're the capital city of the country. Let me just start now St. Joseph Secondary School. Also, we colleague Aloysius there now. Good morning, Aloysius, and welcome to the breakfast show.
Yes, good morning, Madam Mabel.
What's in the happen this morning regarding school reopening from USA you tap now you also you did now in at the St. Joseph Secondary School. What's in the happen currently?
Well, currently, what's in the happen right now is that you only see few picking them out now the place, but nothing like school reopening the showcase. And I just few teachers and they around under the rain, but the kids them still they come around, but nothing they gone. The classes them all closed right now at the moment. But coming from home, say it's not St. Joseph, you notice yourself, you need to feel that reading like say school they open at this particular day.
Now plenty picking them go na the St. Joseph Secondary School and are just few of them.
Well, if I can look around, I think plenty picking in Canada school. Now the teachers are normal few, and then some parents and they are around with them picking them. Right now at Sinapus, one parent and one student even try for discuss waiting at the current concerns and everything. So the picking them cool, but the teachers they few.
The teachers them when you say you seen at St. Joseph's, you be able to talk to them. What did they tell you if at all you talk to them?
I will talk to one Mr. Ibrahim, one of the teachers them. We talk to me say yes, they're willing for open the school, but their hands are tied because the SLTU be all right concerning this strike here. So and even themselves say that they feel bad because of the cleaners and workers them around where they not pay. And then people like also don't care even for they watch their workers there and cleaners then at the eye, then back they feel shy. And then back feel say